What's up, everybody? So we're back on the shop, and in this episode I'm going to do something kind of ridiculous. I'm going to take these nails right here, this Louisville Slugger, I'm going to combine them to make a really cool Halloween costume accessory. You know, this is going to be the main accessory. I think it's going to be really cool, and I figured that y'all would get a kick out of watching me do this and then possibly, you know, smash a watermelon or something like that with it. I wouldn't suggest doing this depending on the state that you live in, because it's probably illegal to make something like this. I don't know. I don't know all the laws against spikes sticking out of bats and then traveling with them in your car. So just be mindful if you try and replicate this. It might not be legal where you're at. But guys, let's jump into it and let's make this absolutely ridiculously awesome, epic, dangerous thing. Let's get it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure every ½ inch. So as you can see, we marked our lines, and then we marked where the spikes are going to actually get drilled through. So we're going to end up drilling holes and then driving these through. So the holes are going to be slightly smaller than this. It's basically a whole bunch of 3/16 inch holes, and then these are going to get hammered through. That way we don't risk splitting the bat or anything like that. Now, I've spaced them out so that it'll have a nice pattern going all the way around, and so that it's not just a cross pattern. It actually is going to go in a better pattern. You'll see what I'm talking about. So now we're just going to go ahead and center punch all of these little areas, and then we're going to go ahead and drill it out. So this doesn't have to be super exact or anything like that. And this is a youth size bat. It's only 29 inches, but it's perfect for what I need it to be. I didn't want it to be a super huge bat. And this bat was only like 12 bucks at Academy, which Academy was the only place I could find a wooden bat. All the rest of them were all aluminum. And trying to drive stuff like this through aluminum bat, probably not going to be the easiest. So now we need to go ahead and drill all these holes and then move on to the next step. .120 grit sandpaper. So that shows you what I'm going for right there. Now I'm going to sand to about right here, start fading this in, and of course sand the top of it. But you can see how it looks like it's been in a battle. It's going to look even crazier when it's got spikes. And then of course I've got one more finish that's going to go through it, you know, after that. But this at least gives you an idea of what I'm going for. So I gave it a very good coat of boiled linseed oil. Probably wasn't necessary, but it could be raining the night of this event, and I just wanted to make sure that it was nice and coated again. This bat is ash, so it's a nice hard bat. Shouldn't have to worry much about it, but I did want to coat it in oil. I did get it all over my anvil, but it'll be fine. It's just boiled linseed oil, so there's no harm in having it on the anvil. Give it a nice little coat. So now we need to drive these nails in here. I'm gonna do a test one and see how that goes. There we go. And I think I'm only going to go through about that far because I don't want it to be like crazy. Plus, I'm going to have to cut off the end over here so that I can put a spike on it. I wasn't ever going to bring it all the way through. That'd be ridiculous having a nail that far sticking out. So we're going to go ahead, stop there. I'll be able to cut there, sharpen this side, call it good. Now time for the next one. So when it comes to things that I've made, this is probably one of the crazier things. And it's not that it was difficult to make or anything like that, but it was fun to make and it was really fun to use. So some people who make stuff like this, especially if they're going to use it for a Halloween costume like what I did, they would have done things like plastic nails, maybe not a real bat, things like that. And there would have been like hot glue and stuff like that on here. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it as real as possible. I planned on smashing a bunch of pumpkins, and I actually was using it in this crazy maze thing that we made out of RVs for my job, and I was running around and just destroying pumpkins for all the people who were walking through the maze. I had pumpkins spaced out through the whole entire thing, and I would just run up behind them and just start smashing pumpkins to pieces, and they had an absolute blast. I didn't get to do it to everything because there were kids going through the maze, and I didn't want to go through and destroy a pumpkin whenever, you know, kids were walking through. But whenever it was like the older teens and the adults, they had a blast watching me do it. It's I would say it's probably a little bit violent going through and just destroying a pumpkin, especially in the costume that I was wearing. I'm gonna pop that up on the screen right now. This is the costume that I was wearing. I made everything that you see right there, the mask, the whole setup, the actual outfit, everything. And you know, I wore that in the actual the maze. And I'm gonna pop up a little clip right here of how creepy it looked. I mean, this is me just messing around on the night before the maze. I wore the costume and we did some videos and stuff like that. And I'm just messing around on the golf cart, but it was an absolute blast. And again, like I said, a lot of people would have made kind of a fake version of this, but I didn't want to do that. I plan on putting this on my desk and just having it as a display piece, maybe even putting it on the wall in the workshop, just like I have this huge metal spike up above me typically whenever I'm filming like outros and intros, and it would be like up here in the video, and it says in case of vampires. I'll probably have something like that with this right here. But you know, Negan has Lucille, if I've ever watched The Walking Dead, but it's got barbed wire wrapped around it. I'm gonna name this Luis / the Hell Slugger. A little bit more violent than Lucille, and absolutely awesome. It is a Louisville Slugger. It's a 29-inch youth ash. I didn't want to go with the full-size bat. I wanted something that was a little bit smaller, and I feel like this is perfect. You know, going through, doing the battle beaten, aging, sanding off that black finish that was on there, and then burning it and showing off the wood grain on there, and then just making it look absolutely crazy. Getting everything even when it comes to those nails. I love this. Guys, if y'all want to see me make more random stuff like this on top of the knives and stuff like that, y'all let me know. Because before I made knives, I made all kinds of stuff like this just because. You know, it was fun. I made flails. I made all kinds of different things. And if y'all want to see me make some of those things on the channel and use them to smash and destroy stuff, let me know. Guys, it's pretty much the end of this one. If you would, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. And I'll catch y'all next time.